Maine, what's up? Happy Friday. How's it going? Thanks for coming on the live stream. What's up, Shane, Starving Darling? How are you? Hi, you guys. Nikki, hey. How's everybody doing? Reno and Manimal, awesome. Good to see you guys. This is my first live stream music reviews. I'm excited. I got some like really awesome submissions. I'll give some more people a little more time to come in. Thanks for being here with me. How is everybody? Did everybody have a good week? Hope so. Yeah, and let me know once I get rolling here if you guys can hear everything well. Yeah, I've got, let's see, I've got about 12, 13 submissions for this one. Hi Jeremy, how's it going? The first submission that I'm going to go through and listen to is Rain Stern, and her song is called Welcome Home. I'm going to bring that up here. Oh, well, I'm sorry to hear that, Shane. I hope your day continues to change and shift and get better. Bruce, wow, hey, how are you? Nice to see you. Yeah, sending you some good vibes, Shane. Yeah, for you all who just joined, this is my first live stream music reviews. I got a bunch of amazing submissions. I'm really excited about doing this and listening to new songs from artists and bands. This is something that I just started, and yeah, super excited about doing it and checking out all these different artist songs. So let's see, the first track, you know what, I actually got, I think this is an album. You know what, Rain Stern is awesome. She's an incredible artist, and I think since it's an EP, I'm just gonna pick this song that I've heard before so you guys can hear it. I'm really happy to hear that, Shane. Is so talented. Can you guys hear this okay? She, I don't know if you guys have heard of her, but if you check out her Instagram, she has all these really cool videos, and she plays all the instruments herself, and they're just cool. And the production in this song is called So Precarious, is so good. It's like super R&B, but current in the same way that I would feel like some more like, almost you'd say like Motown, but like pop. You know, when you're talking about like bands like Maroon 5, her voice is so good and so strong. Oh yeah, but you're healing and concealing, and she's dependent on chance. Robert, thank you. Thank you for buying a badge. So the recording, this song, to me, I think it's like done so well. Her songwriting's so good. It's super balanced. Really cool use of like instruments. So this is Rain Stern. Her EP is called Welcome Home, and the song I was just playing is called So Precarious. So highly recommend you guys checking her out. Oh, Margot, hey! Oh my gosh, nice to see you. You know, I think she does play LA. I think she's from Los Angeles. But I highly recommend you guys checking Rain out. And I think what I'll do next week is probably do a playlist of people who I joined, who I reviewed today. What's up, Conrad? You're trying to stand, but it's getting out of hand. We're so precarious. And the bass is so funky, and the brass instruments. She's just a really fantastic, strong songwriter. Yeah, really stoked that she submitted. We've talked before, and she's online, and she's fantastic. So go follow her, check her out, Rain Stern. The next one is from a band called Moon Rocks LA, and the song is called Locked In. And what's up to everyone who's come join this live stream? This is my first live stream music reviews, which is super fun and exciting. Thanks to everyone who submitted music. Let's see. And this artist, this band, I believe, is from LA as well. Let's see. Okay. The band is called Moon Rocks. The song's called Locked In. Is awesome. It really reminds me a lot of like some 70s punk and LA punk, like X, and it's just really got a cool vibe to it. I feel like there's such a place for this music. So many fans out there who are into like more of a darker punk indie rock sound, and I think the recording is super cool and it has a really great vibe. I like her voice too. It's like, it makes me think of like the Damned, the X, X from LA, like 80s, 70s punk. What's up, you guys? You know what? The singer's voice also reminds me of a little bit of Gwen Stefani, like the early No Doubt, just vocal styles, which, are kind of reminiscent too in certain ways of like Blondie, and like the other, the Damned, the X, the 70s, punk-esque vibes with like some modern feel. I think the chorus is super catchy. So you guys check out the Moon Rocks. The song is called Locked In. I'll play a little bit more and then go on to the next song. 2005. It came out it looks like on an album in 2020. What's up, Ricardo? What's up? How are you, Heather? What's up to everyone? Frida Kills. So nice to see you all on here. Thank you for buying the badge. I super appreciate that. That is super cool. Okay, next track is Shot Clock from Richmond, I believe Virginia, and the song's called Can't Explain. So let's check this out. Let's see. All right, here we go. This makes me think of like the SoCal punk in LA a lot, or the whole scene around like Epitaph Records, Fat Records. If you guys are familiar with those labels, it makes me think of bands like Strung Out, Pennywise, those bands from like the late 90s, early 2000s. Oh yeah, that song was great, right? Manimal, yep, totally. New York never sleeps, that's true. That's a lot of information, Kevin. But yeah, I hope you feel well, Shane. I hope you feel better. Thanks for joining. Yeah, Pennywise, like this track really makes me think of that SoCal sound, and like I feel like there's like such a good market for bands like that and that energy, you know, where they've got like really creative, smart, like fun, interactive, like riffs, like especially for a live show. I'm gonna continue playing it. Guess it comes with age, don't give me back for I used to listen to a lot of punk, and the production and the vocals I think are really great. I feel like this band like would fit completely with like a lot of those bands that I mentioned, Bad Religion, Pennywise. There are some more current stuff, especially on like, you know, the Epitaph roster. You know, they've gone into more like indie and hardcore and like more older classic bands too, but they would fit there perfect. Yeah, I love punk rock too. I listen to a lot of punk. One of my first jobs in the music business was doing internet marketing at Epitaph. So I got to listen to a lot of bands that I really loved. Okay, next song is by Onesie, and the song is called Let Me Guess. And I'm going to play this. Let's see. All right, here we go. this reminds me of, in the best way, because I love the 90s. It makes me think of like a little bit of the Replacements, Dinosaur Jr., like some of the like 90s college rock stuff. Super cool. You know, mixing with it's like the indie rock sounds. And it looks like their influences are like ranging from like the 70s to DIY hardcore punk. They have, I feel like, a really a great overall sound. I'm going to continue listening. Also, to me, I feel like these guys would do probably really amazingly at college radio, just because I feel like there's a huge variety of songs and styles that appeal to that kind of market and radio stations, you know, with the acoustic guitar elements, and kind of like some electric guitar, but more of like kind of easygoing indie rock vocals. I'm super into this. Hannah, what's up? Hey, how are you? Was just working on your track. Great artist. You guys follow Green Eyed Creature. And thanks to everyone else who's joined. Addie Tonic, what's up? How is Washington? Yeah, this is my first live stream music reviews. I'm going to continue playing Onesie and play their song, Let Me Guess. And it looks like this, I think this came out just this year here. Reminds me of bands like Guster, who were bigger in the 2000s, especially in like the college circuit, and also like Flaming Lips, super cool. I feel like they could tour with them and REM, like some of those older you know, indie rock bands. Super cool, love it. Okay, next track here. So this is, I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing it right, but this is by a band called ASAL, and the song is called Happiness Is Over. This is an artist out of, I think, Indiana, and I think who I've actually played with when he was in another band. So I'm going to play this. It's wild. I totally feel like ASAL, this band, this artist that I'm playing now, could totally go on tour with the last band that I played, Onesie. Just, again, it's like got that like indie kind of 90s feel. Oh, I'm glad you're liking this. Awesome. Yeah, and you guys feel free to give me feedback, because like I thought this would be really fun, interactive to do, you know, with different artists, bands, and I want it to be super fun for you guys to hear new bands and artists. Yeah, so ASAL is I feel like they could easily do like a tour together, kind of in the same realm. And also something that's interesting about the production with the characteristics, if you listen to bands like Rolling Stones, like older records, and you know, with some of the stuff that's not so polished and perfect balanced, you hear like in this track the percussion is pretty hot, and it gives this like really raw and authentic kind of sound. So I dig it. I'm into some stuff like that that just has a spirit where it's like things aren't necessarily perfect, but it has a vibe, and that's really what matters. Yeah, so this is cool. You know, I feel like if they wanted to, they could go in a more polished production, you know, route, but that's up to an artist. You know, everyone has a subjective view and a certain presentation that they want, but I think this has a great vibe, and it's a good example of how you can be raw and authentic, and things don't really have to be perfect. And it's there I think is a total market for that. The next track is by a band or an artist that goes by My Silent Bravery. He's fantastic. He actually, Matthew, he has a really great live stream, and I've actually done an interview, and he interviews different people. So I've done an interview with him, and he's super talented. His song is called Gaslight. And thanks again to everybody who's tuned in. Okay, this is My Silent Bravery. The song is called Gaslight. When I hear Matthew's music, who goes under My Silent Bravery, I think he's such an amazing pop writer. Like, to me, this chorus, you know, whether you produce it one way or another, I feel like his actual songwriting is so good. Like, this chorus and this type of song, you can hear like on a top 40 radio station. It's just very, to me, says, you know, like it's like has that radio potential, that hit potential, like a major label kind of thing. And I think it's super strong. I think there's a huge market for this kind of music, especially in the Midwest. And I think his vocals and production are cool. I've heard a lot of his songs, and yeah, I think there's a talent to writing radio songs, and I do think that Matthew has that. Cry for help, living underneath the gaslight, and you've taken all the sunlight for yourself. I bit my tongue much more. And in this track, compared to the last one, I mean, the production is so much more slick. It's just a different vibe, and you know, everything is very balanced, and yeah, it's super strong. The vocals are extremely clear and polished. Yeah, so I think My Silent Bravery is a fantastic songs and songwriter, and I highly recommend you check Matthew out. What's up, Dave? Wow, nice to see you on here. And greetings from Colombia. Wow, that's so cool. You guys, thanks for being here, and thank you so much, Ricardo. That is really sweet. Okay, cool. I'm gonna go to the next song, and yeah, like I mentioned, My Silent Bravery. If you check him out on Instagram. He does like interviews with artists and people. Super cool. Definitely give him a follow. Okay, next track we got is Phantom Ocean, and it's called I'm With the Bands. So this band, Phantom Ocean, they're from Salem, and like their whole vibe is like a little more dark, like in terms of their imagery. I like the vocals. It definitely it's interesting because it almost has like a the singer almost has like a, not a country flair, but like kind of a bluesy, but not even bluesy. It's more almost like hillbilly vibe mixed with like more of like a kind of like darker undertone with a rock kind of vibe. It would be cool to hear the singer's voice maybe a little bit more showcased, but I'm going to continue playing this. So I really like this band a lot, and actually I've checked them out before. I think one thing that could be really cool is they have a whole vibe, but maybe add some dynamics to the track a little bit, but just so we can hear the singer's voice a little more. But I really like it. I think it's cool, bluesy, like rock and roll rock with like kind of like another like little twist. I don't know if you guys have been to Salem, Massachusetts, but it's really cool. And there's a lot of I would say like a fun, cool music scene. And you know, keep in mind, like when I'm giving these reviews, it's you know, it's a perspective. You know, sometimes things can be very subjective, how people hear things. But yeah, I like it. They're fun and they've got cool imagery. So definitely check them out. I dig the vibe. And what's up, you guys? Thanks for coming in. Okay, next song, okay, is Dutch Boy Blues, and the song's called Unglued. Let's check this out. This is another Mass East Coast artist. Okay, so first off, this is wild because it makes me think of ZZ Top and like AC/DC, and even like some of the rock and roll blues. I mean, he hit the nail on the head with like, that's like, I feel like I listened to this, I know exactly the vibe that this artist is going for. I feel like it's super, yeah, very bluesy rock and roll. It makes me think of ZZ Top, and I think it definitely has a place. You know, it's like, I think with artists and bands, it's just like, just figuring out your market, like what your audience is, and who you are, and there is a space for everyone. Really, there's no limitations there, I feel. But let's keep listening. I like the guitar and the vocals. I mean, it's just like I said, it's pretty much nail on the head. It's like you know exactly what you're getting into and hearing, and I think there's a lot of people who love this sound. You know, especially at like rock and roll bars and stuff like that. What's up, Natalie? How's it going? Okay, I'm gonna go to my next track, which is Manimal, Detonate. Super excited to hear this. All right, let's see. If you guys are just tuning in, I'm doing my first live stream music reviews. Okay, it looks like we've got an EP. It just came out in 2023. Let's pick a song. Okay, let's try this song. It's called Achy.
I'll tell the truth, wanna get that quick, wanna read the last page of the manuscript.
Actually, hold on, wait a second. That's the wrong song. Here we go.
I'm happiest in the blast, in the radioactive aftermath. Everyone's suspended, everything abandoned. I got chaos on my mind. I could leave this all behind. Take some time to heal. Analyze how we feel. Feel like we build a house out of this rubble. Tell you I'm trash, baby, I'm trash, and I can scare 'em off with tales of my trouble. Choking on ash, choking on ash. Let's detonate.
So this song, this is really interesting because there's so much tension building up, and you know, we're like a minute and 18 seconds in. You don't know if you're gonna hit a chorus or you're continuing building, and I feel like with some songs like this, it's really cool because it's not, let's say, a typical like geared for like a radio kind of format song where you have a chorus that comes in like, you know, 30 seconds, 40 seconds in. This is more of a vibe and a tension builder. I like the production a lot. I would be curious to check out some of their other songs. Also, their image to me is unexpected. It's kind of a little bit darker and it's pretty cool. So I think this band, you know, to, I guess, kind of get a contrast, you know, it would be about like continuing listening and hearing other songs. But this is super cool. I'm curious to see where it goes.
I could change our fate, regenerate. Two sticks of dynamite on the soul tower. My next life, let's detonate. Let's detonate. Let's detonate.
one thing that I'll mention, I would say, so this song is about 4 minutes and 40 seconds, and what it does is it really, as we're feeling it, gradually builds. And I think there's always a space for something like that, like if you put out an album and you have a variety where you have like a song that's like, let's say longer with almost like a more gradual, not necessarily like a ballad feel, but this is the kind of song that like you maybe could break up your set with, a song that you could put at the end or in the middle of your album. Maybe not the kind of song that you would like garner towards radio, if that was what the band's goal was. But these guys are great. They're called Manimals, The Manimals, and they're from New York. So give them a check out, a follow. The next song I'm excited to play is a band called Remain, a band called Remain, who's from Texas, who, I know, and the song is called The Heart Beats On, and they're great, and I'm going to play it.
Like the rhythms of my nature, and I've had it all my life. The shadows of tomorrow imitating me within, reveal the beginning, and I'll find the end. Hold on, it's only before the line. Remember the heartbeats on.
So a couple things. First, the drums make me think of Tom Petty. I'm a huge Tom Petty fan, like the drum part, but it's like got a whole like modern rock feel. So it's almost like I feel like it's like if Tom Petty was a modern 2023 rock band, like an alternative rock band, and their vocals are with the harmonies are really great. I feel like this is like if this band wanted to go do radio stuff, I think there is like a potential to like build more in that like indie rock, more commercial kind of direction. But yeah, these guys are great.
In light of the dark, for invigorated dreams, in the corridors of freedom, I wonder what it means to live a life devoid of the reckless and true. Now I'm standing on the edge, 'cause I wanna see it through. Hold on, it's only before the line. Remember the heartbeats on.
So I almost feel like Remain is the kind of band who like maybe could tour with bands like The National and also some of like the more like modern rock, bands from even the 2000s like Jimmy Eat World, or current like bands in the like Monsters of Men, some of the more what they call the hey ho bands, the ones who say hey ho. It's super strong. It's pretty darn commercial. So I dig these guys. Check them out. They're called Remain. They're from Texas. And thanks everyone for being here. We've got a few more songs. This next one is called Mono Theory. The band is called Mono Theory. And they submitted 2 songs. And mind you, some of these tracks I knew of or heard, some I haven't, because I like the spontaneity of just, listening with you guys, having this experience together when I haven't heard some things. But I remember hearing this particular song from them, and I really liked it. Let's see. Okay, it's gonna. Okay, so the reason why I picked to play this song is this band, this, artist, Mono Theory, like so licensable. Like I feel like I could hear this kind of music in a TV show or a film. I think there is such a place for this, and it's got such a cool, like ethereal vocals, piano, and such a vibe. You're so welcome. Thanks for being here. Yeah, and like, so as I was saying earlier, is like I want to try and unmask the idea that artists have to be like one way or another. There's a place for everyone, and there's a space for everyone now more than ever. So this band, seriously, they probably could license this. It's really strong to me.
Deep in the valleys of my mind, I can still see you. Ever play the best memories of you, of when you were healthy.
Yeah, the voice is like so. Talk about like whoa. It's really cool. It's not like pop radio at all, and it's so ethereal in like the same way that like let's say Bjork or I'm trying to reference some other artists, but it's really like droney, ambient. It's super cool. Yeah, Rachel, totally. So that is Mono Theory, and then the song is called Caroline. Definitely check them out. Okay, 2 more songs. We got, next one is Starving Darling, Online Girl. Let's see.
Have your picture in my head, but I haven't met you yet. Want your figure in my bed, wonder what will happen next. Analyze what you see.
So I think this artist is pretty cool. I think that they have a very like I don't know if you guys remember that movie Juno, but after that came out, there was a lot of like kind of indie like female artists, and it's like kind of like in the same way that like the White Stripes have just such a like raw and authentic like guitar vibe, where it's like very it's like not perfect, but it's cool and it has a vibe in the same way that like maybe 90s bands like with Nirvana and like some of the other bands that I've talked about. So I feel like it's super female oriented indie rock, and there's totally like a space for this right now. This is Starving Darling, Online Girl.
But you never see me. Connections are what we're here for. Said something I haven't heard before.
Yeah, and there's really cool harmonies. I'm a huge fan of harmonies for any artists and bands out there. To me, like when you have a song and you add harmonies, whether it's live or in the studio, I feel like adding those to the chorus really takes an artist or band, like kind of rises up and changes the dynamic of the chorus and really adds a lot. If you can do harmonies live, I really think it sets your band up a step just because I think it really adds a lot. So yeah, Starving Darling. And then our last song for today's reviews is called the band's called Before the End. The song's called Mercy. And thanks for everyone for being here. Happy Friday. Okay. Okay, so I'm familiar with this band. If you just tuned in, they're called Before the End, and they are a younger band. And I think that the singer's voice is fantastic. It's really strong. I would say, for me, in the production, the balance of the mix would benefit to be balanced out a little bit more. But I see a lot of potential in this band. The voice, and definitely worth checking them out. Before the End, they're from York, PA. I think the voice, there's a lot that I'm hearing in the voice of like potential, and I think the singer has potential, to go a commercial route if they wanted to, and it would just be kind of about the production. Possibly about, continuing building as songwriters. Again, as I mentioned before, this is kind of about, giving an honest review, but in a contrast of what people can do for the lane that they're in. I think the voice has a lot of potential. Yeah, the harmonies are just great, and the songwriting's really good too. So I think, with a younger band too, as you grow, you develop more, and I think that, with stuff like development and growth, that all these things come in time. But yeah, that's it for my live stream music reviews for today, and I really appreciate everyone for submitting music and for joining. And if you guys dig this, let me know. I'll try and do more of them. I really appreciate all the artists and bands for submitting, and you all for being here, and wishing you a beautiful, happy Friday. And I'll see you guys soon. Thanks for being here.